A strange new object has been spotted approaching our solar system, and its behaviour is baffling scientists around the world. A comet or asteroid? It defies everything we know about cosmic bodies. This is not your ordinary space object. This is 3I Atlas, an interstellar visitor that is breaking every rule in the cosmic book. No, this is not a simple asteroid or comet passing through. This object is performing impossible feats. Some say it's a comet, but others are calling it something far stranger. Something possibly engineered. On November 7th, 2025, Dr. Avi Loeb, a renowned astrophysicist from Harvard University, boldly claimed in an interview that 3I Atlas had manoeuvred. Yes, you heard that right. It performed a controlled course change, something that no natural object in our solar system has ever done. No natural body can steer its path without some form of propulsion or force. Yet somehow this object has done just that. But here's the twist. Not only did it change direction, but its colour also shifted dramatically. 3I Atlas became bluer than the sun. To make matters even stranger, this object has no tail, no visible debris, and no clear explanation for its behaviour. It's as though we are witnessing an impossible event unfold before our very eyes. So what's really going on? Could 3I Atlas be something more than just an asteroid? Could this be a probe from somewhere beyond our solar system? The implications are staggering. And by the end of this video, you will see why scientists are now questioning everything they thought they knew about interstellar objects. Stay tuned. It all started back in October 2025 when 3I Atlas reached its perihelion, the point in its orbit closest to the Sun. At that moment, the object was about 203 million kilometres from the Sun, closer than Earth's orbit, but still in the inner region of our solar system. Normally, comets, when they pass this close to the Sun, undergo dramatic changes such as heating up and releasing gas and dust. We call this the cometary tail. But 3I Atlas defied expectations. Scientists at NASA, the European Space Agency, ESA, and other observatories quickly noted something unusual: no tail. In fact, the object appeared to have a fuzzy core, almost as if it were disintegrating in real time, yet no outgassing was observed. How is that even possible? Comets are expected to release material in a well-understood manner. As they heat up, volatile substances like water vapour and carbon dioxide are released, creating a tail. But 3I Atlas didn't follow this script. Instead, 7 distinct jets were observed emanating from the object, but they didn't behave like the typical gas jets of a comet. These jets appeared strangely controlled. No natural object could possibly eject material in such a precise manner without some sort of internal force. Experts around the world were scratching their heads. What was causing these jets? Was it natural? Or could something else be at play here? Dr. Loeb wasn't the only one questioning the object's behaviour. As more data poured in, other researchers also noted its bizarre acceleration. By November 6, 2025, just days after 3I Atlas passed perihelion, its brightness increased by a factor of 5. This is an incredibly rare phenomenon for any space object, let alone an interstellar one. The object was glowing a strikingly unnatural blue colour, far bluer than the Sun. This is highly unusual for a comet, as most comets tend to show redder hues as they approach the Sun, due to the heating of volatile materials like water ice and carbon dioxide. The blue shift observed here was unprecedented. So, what caused this sudden change? The answer, according to scientists, lies in the spectral data. Spectral analysis revealed that the object's composition was unlike that of any known comet or asteroid. A large part of the object was rich in nickel, with very little iron content, a composition that suggests a metallic origin. But here's the real question. Could a natural object, like a comet, display such a bright and unnaturally blue glow? No comet that has been observed behaves this way. The data didn't lie. It was something entirely outside of the known spectrum of behaviour for cosmic bodies. The observations came from multiple sources, including NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the Virtual Telescope project in Italy, and the Las Vegas Observatory, which is part of Dr. Loeb's Galileo project. These teams, all of which had closely monitored 3I Atlas, were left with more questions than answers. Dr. Gianluca Marsi, a leading astronomer at the Virtual Telescope project, made it clear. We're witnessing something we've never seen before. This object doesn't behave like any comet or asteroid we know. The excitement in his voice was palpable, but so was the confusion. The acceleration of 3I Atlas also drew attention. Despite being so close to the Sun, the object was accelerating far faster than gravity alone could account for. In fact, the acceleration was equivalent to the force of a jet engine ejecting 5 billion tons of mass. Something was pushing 3I Atlas forward. But what? Dr. Loeb's hypothesis, the one that caused a stir around the world, was that 3I Atlas was not just a natural object. He suggested that it could be an artificial probe or some form of technology that was moving through our solar system. But how could we even begin to test that theory? One thing was clear. No known physical process could account for the object's speed, maneuvering, and acceleration. It wasn't the Sun's gravitational pull alone that was causing it to move. There had to be something else at play. Meanwhile, other scientists from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope team and ESA were conducting their own investigations. The big question was, could this object be something other than a natural comet or asteroid? The evidence that seemed to point towards this being artificial was difficult to ignore. No natural object would behave like this, and yet we had no clear answers to offer. Were we really looking at a celestial mystery, or was this the first sign that we might not be alone? It's important to step back for a moment and remember the key facts here. 3I Atlas is not just any interstellar object. It's an object that broke the rules. The lack of a tail, the precise jets, the unusual blue colour, and the unexplainable acceleration. These are all things that challenge our understanding of basic physics. So what does this mean? Some people believe that 3I Atlas is simply a weird comet, an anomaly in the cosmic order. But others, including Dr. Loeb, are starting to think that we may be looking at something far more profound, an extraterrestrial probe or an advanced technological object. As the object draws closer to Earth in December 2025, scientists around the world are preparing for what might be the most significant astronomical discovery in modern history. Next steps. The answers lie in the high-resolution images that are expected from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which will soon capture detailed images of 3I Atlas. The world is waiting with bated breath. What will we see? Will the object fragment as it nears Earth? Will its acceleration increase? Or will it remain a mystery, challenging every law we know? As we wait for these images to be released, the biggest question remains. What will 3I Atlas reveal when it reaches its closest approach to Earth on December 19, 2025? Will we see it fragment or release smaller objects? Will we witness its final moments before it passes us by? The world is on edge. The scientific community is divided, and some are even starting to ask the unthinkable. Could 3I Atlas be something more than just an interstellar visitor? What we discover in the coming weeks could change everything we know about space, interstellar objects, and perhaps even our place in the cosmos. As December 2025 approaches, the scientific community is preparing for the most critical moment of the 3I Atlas investigation. On December 19th, this object will reach its closest approach to Earth, an event that promises to reveal new clues, but may also raise even more questions. The stakes couldn't be higher. In the next few weeks, telescopes around the world will focus on 3I Atlas, including high-resolution imaging from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which will provide unprecedented details about the object's structure, surface, and behaviour. Already, astronomers have been using a variety of tools to observe the object's movements and features, but the closer it gets to Earth, the clearer it becomes. 3I Atlas is not following any of the expected patterns for comets or asteroids. To track 3I Atlas, astronomers around the world are using some of the most advanced tools available. One of the key players in this effort is the Virtual Telescope project in Italy, led by Dr. Gianluca Marsi. In early November 2025, the project provided live imaging of the object, giving the world its first clear view of 3I Atlas's unusual characteristics. The Virtual Telescope project relies on a network of telescopes across the globe to provide continuous observation of high-profile objects, and they've been critical in monitoring the unexpected brightness surge and colour shift of 3I Atlas. But while these images are important, they are still not enough to answer all of our questions. In addition, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, based in Pasadena, California, has been working around the clock to gather data from its various space missions. The Hubble Space Telescope And ESA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO, are also providing critical data on the object's trajectory and behaviour. Despite the vast resources being devoted to 3i Atlas, no single telescope or space agency has yet to uncover the full picture. This is a highly complex situation, one that is shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. One of the most puzzling aspects of 3i Atlas's behaviour is its composition. As mentioned earlier, the object's spectral data shows a nickel-rich surface with very little iron, suggesting it might be metallic rather than icy, like most comets. This composition raises several important questions. Comets, as we know them, are usually made of volatile materials such as water, carbon dioxide, and other ices. These substances evaporate as the object approaches the Sun, forming a bright tail of gas and dust. However, 3i Atlas has no tail, and the material jets observed emanating from it don't match the typical behaviour of cometary outgassing. To further complicate matters, the object is cooler than the Sun. Its temperature is much lower than that of typical comets, around 5,800 K compared to the Sun's surface temperature. So how can something so cold be emitting light on the scale of a comet, yet have no typical signs of outgassing? This anomaly challenges everything scientists thought they knew about comets and asteroids. It's almost as if the object is using an internal mechanism to generate energy rather than relying on the Sun for heating and outgassing. This is not how we expect a comet to behave. Here's where the mystery deepens further. As the object approached the Sun, scientists noticed something truly bizarre. 3i Atlas was accelerating far faster than gravity alone could explain. In fact, its acceleration was equivalent to an object ejecting 5 billion tons of mass in the direction opposite of its motion. This is a force equivalent to a powerful jet engine propelling an enormous mass. Yet, no visible debris or expulsion of gas was observed. So how is the object speeding up? The traditional explanation for comets speeding up as they approach the Sun is the outgassing process. As the object's volatile materials are heated, they turn into gas and are expelled, creating a push that accelerates the object. But in the case of 3i Atlas, there was no visible outgassing. So what is propelling it? Dr. Loeb has stated that this could be a sign of internal propulsion or some form of technology at work, but no one can explain the specifics of how such propulsion could work without observable mass loss or a visible mechanism. Scientists at the NASA Hubble team have been trying to understand this anomaly for weeks. Their calculations suggest that 3i Atlas's acceleration is consistent with a non-gravitational force acting upon it. Yet no known force can account for this behaviour without some form of artificial technology or a highly unknown cosmic phenomenon. Could this be the first evidence of extraterrestrial technology visiting our solar system? Some scientists are speculating that 3i Atlas may be more than just an object. Instead, it could be an advanced technological probe sent by an alien civilization, either intentionally or accidentally, passing through our solar system. Dr. Avi Loeb, a leading figure in this hypothesis, has stated that he believes 3i Atlas is no ordinary interstellar object. Loeb's controversial book, Extraterrestrial, argues that humanity might soon encounter interstellar objects that are artificial in origin. Could 3i Atlas be the first such object? Some researchers argue that the blue glow, the acceleration, and the jetting behaviour point to a probe designed for space exploration, perhaps a piece of technology that was intentionally sent to gather data on the solar system or other cosmic phenomena. And if this object were truly artificial, it could be part of a much larger mystery, one that could reveal the presence of extraterrestrial intelligence. As the investigation deepens, political figures and public interest have also begun to rise. In Washington, D.C., US Representative Anna Paulina Luna has been vocal about the need for transparency from NASA regarding the data and images they have gathered on 3i Atlas. She has called for the immediate release of the high-resolution images from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter to give the public and scientists a clearer picture of the object. This push for transparency has caught the attention of Congress, as well as the public. There is growing pressure to reveal all data related to 3i Atlas, which could potentially answer some of the most pressing questions about the object. While NASA has remained cautious, scientists like Dr. Loeb believe that there's no time to waste in unravelling this mystery. He's calling for an urgent analysis of the object's behaviour as its proximity to Earth on December 19th could present us with the first clear evidence of extraterrestrial technology. The cosmic clock is ticking. As December 19th, 2025 draws closer, scientists are preparing for the closest approach of 3I Atlas to Earth. This is the moment when we might finally learn the truth. Is this object just another strange comet or asteroid? Or could it be something much more extraordinary? Every telescope that can focus on this object will be trained on it in the coming weeks. The final images from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, coupled with radar data, could reveal whether 3I Atlas is truly a comet, an asteroid, or something far more mysterious. The key question will be, will it fragment? Will it emit new jets, or will it release smaller objects, like a probe sending out subunits? Or will it remain intact, continuing its journey toward deep space? If 3I Atlas does indeed break apart, what does that tell us about its composition? Could it be a metallic fragment or interstellar asteroid? Or is there still a chance it's a technological artifact that we simply haven't fully understood yet? The final answers might come as early as December 19th, but the implications could echo far beyond this date. The whole world will be watching. And the truth? That may just be beyond anything we could ever imagine. As the countdown continues toward December 19th, 2025, the world's telescopes are focusing their attention on 3I Atlas with unparalleled intensity. By this time, a crucial observation window will open, allowing astronomers and scientists from around the globe to make the most detailed observations of the object yet. Every hour brings us closer to answering the question, what is 3I Atlas and where is it headed? While many are hoping for a dramatic moment, perhaps the moment when the object fragments, releasing new jets or smaller objects, others are equally anxious about the possibility that we might not get any answers at all. Will 3I Atlas continue its journey through the solar system as an enigma, or will its closest approach give us the crucial data we need to solve the puzzle? Key institutions are coordinating their efforts to capture every bit of information during this critical time. The NASA Hubble Space Telescope is preparing to zoom in on 3I Atlas with its advanced imaging technology, and NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will be scanning the object for finer details. These instruments, already collecting valuable data, will now offer their clearest views, giving us a chance to decipher what's really happening with this object. One of the most pressing questions is whether 3I Atlas will fragment as it reaches its closest approach to Earth. If the object is made of metallic material, could the stresses of its close encounter with the Sun cause it to break apart, or will it remain intact? As we discussed earlier, 3I Atlas has exhibited unusual acceleration and jetting behaviour, and this could indicate that there is more to the object than a simple rock. Some scientists speculate that internal propulsion could be responsible for the object's movement, but this doesn't explain the lack of observable mass loss. So, could the object fragment into smaller pieces, each possibly containing more clues about its origin and purpose? The scenario is all the more compelling when we consider the possibility that 3I Atlas may have been sending out probes or releasing smaller objects from within it. These jets that have been observed, could they be ejecting smaller payloads that we're only beginning to notice? If 3I Atlas is an artificial object, it's possible that it's performing some kind of self-replication or exploration mechanism, sending out smaller devices to gather data about our solar system. This brings us back to the possibility of 3I Atlas being a probe, one with a purpose that remains shrouded in mystery. If this is the case, what is its mission, and what does it mean for humanity? When NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO, releases its high-resolution images, they could provide the most important data yet on 3I Atlas. The MRO has been in orbit around Mars for years, gathering valuable information about the red planet, but it is also equipped with some of the most advanced imaging technology available. It has the ability to capture detailed images of objects in the outer solar system, and this will be essential for understanding the true nature of 3I Atlas. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has an extremely high-resolution camera, known as HiRISE, High Resolution Imaging Science Experiment, which has been used to capture some of the most detailed images of Mars and other objects in the solar system. This technology could provide insights into the surface characteristics of 3I Atlas, revealing whether there is any indication of artificial construction, unusual wear patterns, or anything else that might suggest a non-natural origin. The high-resolution imaging data from MRO could be the key to resolving this mystery. If it reveals unusual features on the object's surface, patterns, structures, or materials that don't match anything we've seen before, it could confirm that 3I Atlas is more than just a typical asteroid or comet. Another point of intrigue surrounding 3I Atlas is its trajectory and speed. The object is travelling at an astonishing speed, about 3 times faster than the fastest Earth rocket, which is approximately 150 km/h. This rapid velocity raises some difficult questions. How could an object travelling at such high speeds be decelerating at a rate that suggests non-gravitational forces at work? And why hasn't it slowed down as it passed close to the Sun, as would be expected from gravitational forces alone? Astronomers have carefully mapped its trajectory, and the object seems to be following a path that is near coplanar with the plane of the planets, making it appear as if 3I Atlas is not just passing through our solar system randomly, it might be following a deliberate course. Could this be the path of an advanced probe sent to explore our solar system? Or is this a natural object caught in a gravitational slingshot? We may never know the answer unless we get the high-resolution data we've been waiting for. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of 3I Atlas, beyond its strange behaviour and acceleration, is the potential connection to the WOW signal, one of the most famous mysteries in the history of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI. The WOW signal, detected by Dr. Jerry Ayman in 1977, was a brief burst of radio waves from space that remains unexplained to this day. The signal was so powerful and so unusual that it left scientists puzzled and wondering whether it could have been a sign of an alien transmission. What if 3I Atlas is somehow linked to this event? 3I Atlas is passing through a region of space that lies within 9 degrees of the location where the WOW signal originated. Is this simply a coincidence? Or could this object be connected to the same phenomenon that has puzzled astronomers for nearly 5 decades? Could it be that 3I Atlas is not just a cosmic object, but part of a larger puzzle, one that bridges the mysteries of interstellar objects with the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence? After December 19, 2025, when 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to Earth, the object will continue its journey out of the solar system. The data that will be gathered during this close encounter will likely be the most critical information that scientists have on this mysterious object. But what happens after it moves on? We may not get another chance to observe 3I Atlas at such close range. The data gathered from December's observations will likely shape our understanding of interstellar objects for years to come. Once 3I Atlas passes Earth, it will continue its trajectory, leaving our solar system and heading back toward deep space. But the implications of what we've learned from this encounter will be felt for years. The questions surrounding 3I Atlas could spark new lines of inquiry into the nature of interstellar travel, the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence, and the true nature of objects from outside our solar system. As we approach this pivotal moment in human history, the biggest question looms: are we alone in the universe? 3I Atlas may provide answers, or it may leave us with more questions. But one thing is certain: this object is challenging everything we thought we knew about space, time, and the nature of cosmic phenomena. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about 3I Atlas is the way it has brought together scientists, governments, and ordinary people from all over the world in the search for answers. Whether this is a natural object, a piece of technology, or something else entirely, the curiosity surrounding 3I Atlas has united us all in our quest for knowledge. As we wait for the final images, the data, and the discoveries that will come in the days ahead, we are reminded of how much we still have to learn about the universe and our place within it. As the clock ticks toward December 19, 2025, scientists are gearing up for what could be the most important set of observations in the history of astronomy. Every detail from the high-resolution imaging will be scrutinized, from the surface of 3I Atlas to its interaction with light and space. For those who have followed this journey, it is no longer just a question of whether the object will fragment or reveal hidden technology. The real question is, what will these observations tell us about the nature of the object? Once 3i Atlas reaches its closest point to Earth, there will be an intensive effort to capture every angle of the object's surface and movement. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will send down crucial data, and NASA's Hubble telescope will continue monitoring the object from its position in low Earth orbit. These instruments will provide detailed spectral data, allowing scientists to analyze the composition of 3i Atlas with unprecedented accuracy. The data from these instruments may reveal even more surprises. Could we discover previously unseen features on the object's surface? Could new jets or anomalies appear as it gets closer to Earth? Or will we finally confirm that the object is simply a natural interstellar object, albeit one with peculiar behavior? The ultimate goal is to make sense of the contradictions that have plagued the investigation so far. With new data, scientists might finally uncover the mechanism driving the object's erratic motion, or perhaps identify the material that accounts for its strange colour and acceleration. Regardless of the outcome of the 3i Atlas investigation, one thing is certain: the object is pushing the boundaries of what we understand about the universe. Interstellar objects, those that come from outside our solar system, are incredibly rare, and each new discovery opens up new possibilities for research and understanding. The fact that 3i Atlas is the second interstellar object ever observed, the first being Oumuamua, discovered in 2017, only amplifies the significance of this investigation. With every new piece of data, we are uncovering more about these mysterious travellers from beyond our solar system. The implications of 3i Atlas go beyond its immediate characteristics. If 3i Atlas is truly an artificial object, it would be a groundbreaking discovery that would force humanity to reconsider its place in the cosmos. We would need to reassess our assumptions about extraterrestrial life, technology, and the potential for intelligent civilizations existing elsewhere in the universe. As we await the results of the December 19th encounter, there are larger questions about how discoveries like 3i Atlas might influence the future of space exploration. Could the study of interstellar objects be key to understanding how to reach other star systems? Could the propulsion mechanisms that 3i Atlas is exhibiting offer insights into new methods of space travel? In particular, if this object is artificial, its technology could inspire new forms of propulsion, energy generation, or material science. Understanding how 3i Atlas maneuvers could lead to breakthroughs in advanced space travel technology, allowing us to consider travel to the stars more seriously. But even if the object is natural, it will still play a pivotal role in pushing humanity toward exploring the farthest reaches of space. Astronomers and engineers alike will study 3i Atlas's behaviour and trajectory to refine models for space navigation, interstellar object detection, and possibly even future planetary defence measures. This isn't just about 3i Atlas, it's about the future of humanity's role in space exploration. As we look beyond our own solar system, the lessons we learn from objects like 3i Atlas could shape how we venture into the stars in the decades and centuries to come. But let's return to the most controversial possibility. Could 3i Atlas be an extraterrestrial probe? As we discussed earlier, Dr. Avi Loeb's hypothesis about 3i Atlas being an artificial object has drawn both support and criticism from the scientific community. Loeb's theory is bold. He's proposing that 3i Atlas might be a probe sent by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, either by design or by accident. His controversial book, Extraterrestrial, delves into the possibility that interstellar objects like 3i Atlas could be the first tangible evidence of an intelligent species beyond our own. To be clear, this theory is still speculative, but the possibility that 3i Atlas might be the first direct evidence of alien technology is a tantalizing one. If this object was engineered by an alien civilization, it could reveal a wealth of information about their technology, their understanding of space, and perhaps their motives. Could it be that this object is simply a small fragment of a much larger interstellar probe sent on a reconnaissance mission? The idea that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations could send probes to explore other star systems isn't new. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, ASETI, has long speculated about the potential for alien civilizations to send out such probes, particularly ones that travel between stars. 3i Atlas could be the first clue in a larger cosmic puzzle, one that humanity may be only beginning to understand. While we can't say for certain whether 3i Atlas is artificial, The possibility that it could be part of an extraterrestrial mission is something that we can't ignore. With the release of new data in the coming weeks, we might finally get the answers we've been searching for. As we await new information and the final data release in the coming months, one thing is clear. The search for the truth about 3I Atlas is far from over. What is this object really? Is it a comet or an asteroid with strange properties? Could it be an advanced probe from another civilization? Or is it something entirely unknown? An object that challenges every assumption we've made about space and the cosmos? Whatever the answer turns out to be, the 3I Atlas mystery reminds us of how much we still don't know about the universe and the objects that travel through it. Every discovery, every new piece of data, leads us closer to understanding the larger picture. And as we look toward the future of space exploration, we are reminded that there is still so much left to learn. As we close in on December 19th, 2025, and the world waits for more data, we can't help but wonder, what will the final answer be? Will 3I Atlas reveal itself to be an extraordinary celestial object, or the key to the greatest cosmic mystery of all? The stakes couldn't be higher. If you want to follow this story as it continues to unfold, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. I'll be releasing follow-up videos as new data comes in, especially after December 19th, when we'll finally see whether 3I Atlas fragments emits new jets or reveals something even more extraordinary. Leave a comment below and let me know. What do you think we'll discover? Will 3I Atlas survive or fragment? Or will it turn out to be something completely unexpected? I read all your comments and would love to know what you think. We're living through a moment in history, and we all have a part to play in solving this mystery.